Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Breaking Bulletin, your top spot for the stories shaking the globe. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you do not miss a single update. Today, we are jumping into a massive twist from the Philippines. Ex-President Rodrigo Duterte has failed to snag an instant Supreme Court lifeline after his arrest. What do you reckon? Does this mean the end for his legal dodges, or is there more fight left in him? Drop your thoughts in the comments as we dive into this wild tale. Let us get the ball rolling with the headline news. On March 11, 2025, Duterte was nabbed at Manila's airport on an international criminal court warrant, according to The Guardian that day. He was whisked off to The Hague to face charges of crimes against humanity linked to his brutal drug war. His team raced to the Philippines Supreme Court, begging for a temporary restraining order to halt his transfer, per ABS-CBN News on March 12, 2025. But on March 12th, the court said no dice. They did not see a clear right for an immediate block, according to the Supreme Court's own statement. This is huge, folks. Duterte, once the untouchable strongman, is now in a bind. He has been dodging the International Criminal Court for years, but this arrest flipped the script. Per CNN on March 11, 2025, his daughter, Vice President Sara Duterte, bolted to The Hague to back him up, calling it oppression, as Reuters reported on March 11th. What do you make of this justice at last, or a political stitch-up? Let me know below. I am all ears. The Supreme Court's call was a gut punch to Duterte's camp. They filed a 94-page plea, arguing the government's cooperation with the International Criminal Court was dodgy since the Philippines quit the court in 2019. Per ABS-CBN News on March 12, 2025, the court deliberated online and ruled the petition did not prove an urgent need to stop things. According to the Supreme Court spokesperson on March 12th, it is not a total washout. They have 10 days to argue more, but no quick fix for now. How do you see this delay playing out? Buying time or just stalling the inevitable? Share your vibe in the comments and hit that like button if you are gripped. So, how did we land here? Duterte touched down in Manila from Hong Kong on March 11, 2025, and BAM cops nabbed him at Ninoy Aquino International Airport, per the Washington Post that day. The International Criminal Court warrant targeted his drug war, killing thousands dead between 2011 and 2019. He was on a plane to The Hague by nightfall, with President Ferdinand and Marcos Jr. giving the green light. Per NBC News on March 11, 2025, it is a shocker. Duterte's team cried foul, saying he was denied legal rights, but off he went. The airport scene was pure mayhem. Duterte, 79, and frail grilled the cops. "What crime have I done?" On video captured by his daughter Veronica, per NBC News on March 11, 2025, his lawyers swarmed, shouting about violations, but the jet took off anyway. Sara tried to storm the airbase where he was held, only to be blocked. Per CBC News on March 11, 2025, what do you think? Was this a fair grab or a rights mess? Drop your take below. I want to hear it. Sara Duterte did not waste a second. She blasted the government for surrendering her dad to a foreign court, per CBC News on March 11, 2025. By March 12th, she was in The Hague, vowing to fight as vice president and daughter, according to Reuters. Her Supreme Court plea filed with Senator Ronald De La Rosa wanted the arrest and transfer stopped dead, per ABS-CBN News on March 12, 2025. How do you rate her odds? Heroic stand or desperate flail? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe if you are hooked. The backstory is a right tangle. Marcos and the Dutertes were mates in 2022. Sara was his VP pick, but that fell apart fast. Per Time on March 10, 2025, her impeachment last month, and now this arrest scream payback. Some say Marcos went from dodging the International Criminal Court to handing Duterte over. Big shift, per the Washington Post on March 11, 2025. What do you reckon? Is this politics or principle? Hit that share button if you think others need to chime in. Why is Sara so fired up? She is not just there for show, she is out to save her dad, claiming his arrest was unjust, per Reuters on March 11, 2025. Her legal push at the Hague aims to challenge the International Criminal Court's hold, arguing it lost power when the Philippines bailed in 2019, per The Guardian on March 11th. She insists he should face Filipino courts if anywhere, not some overseas bench. How do you feel about her stance, smart move, or clutching at straws? Drop your view in the comments. I am keen to know. The stakes could not be higher. If the International Criminal Court keeps Duterte, he might be the first Asian ex-leader they try. Facing murder charges, 43 cases named, thousands hinted at, per Reuters on March 11, 2025. Sara wants fair trial rights and a jurisdictional win to spring him. What do you think? Can she swing it? Or is the court set? Share your gut below and hit that like button if you are on tenterhooks. This is personal for Sara. She is not just vice president, she is Duterte blood, raised in Davao, where he ran the show, per BBC News on March 11, 2025. Her own future impeachment looming and the family dynasty are on the line. This Hague dash is make or break for her too, some reckon. How much do you think family drives her, loads or a bit? Let me know below and subscribe if you are glued. The legal fight is full on. Duterte's team hit the Supreme Court fast, claiming the International Criminal Court has no say post-2019, per CBC News on March 11, 2025. They wanted him kept in Manila, but the court said they did not show enough for a quick block, per ABS-CBN News on March 12, 2025. Salvador Panelo, Duterte's ex-spokesman, called the arrest unlawful, citing rights breaches, per NPR on March 10th. What do you think? Does the court have a leg to stand on, or is it overreach? Drop your take in the comments. I am listening. Sara's lot are digging deep. They are probing fair trial issues, his health at 79, and sovereignty angles to free him from the Hague, per Al Jazeera on March 11, 2025. Panelo said Duterte was denied a doctor and lawyer at the airport fuel for a mistreatment claim. How solid do you rate their chances, strong or flimsy? Share your vibe below and hit that share button if you are gripped. Time is tight. The International Criminal Court's appeals judges okayed this probe in 2023, brushing off Duterte's old gripes, per AP News on March 11, 2025. Now he is in their hands, and his team needs a big win, maybe on jurisdiction or health, to slow this down. What do you predict? Legal dodge or locked in? Drop your call in the comments and subscribe if you are loving this tussle. Let us unpack why this is even a thing. Duterte's drug war. From 2016 to 2022 as president and earlier as Davao mayor, he ran a campaign that piled up bodies, with police logging over 6,200 dead, per Amnesty International on March 11, 2025. Rights groups peg it at 30,000, saying it was a slaughter. He owned it, no regrets, claiming it was for the nation, per NBC News on March 11th. It is raw, and it is why he is here. The details are dark. Police said shootouts, but witnesses told The Guardian on March 11, 2025, it was executions for lads in slums, shot, evidence faked. A United Nations 2020 report flagged it as hitting the helpless, with dodgy death records dug up. How do you see it? Was it order or carnage? Share your stance in the comments. I am intrigued. Victims' kin are loud now. Randy De Los Santos, whose nephew Kian died in 2017, told AP News on March 11, 2025, this arrest is justice long due, but they want cops too. Only a few officers faced heat locally, like Kian's killers in 2018. What do you think? Should it spread, or is Duterte enough? Drop your view below and hit that like button if you feel they're hurt. The world's divided. Duterte's fans, 9 in 10 Filipinos backed him in 2022, per BBC News on March 11, 2025. Call this foreign meddling. Activists hail it as a blow to impunity. Per Amnesty International on March 11, 2025, it is a pull between hero and villain. Where do you stand, Duterte's side or justice's? Let me know below and share this if you are split. This is bigger than one nab. The Duterte-Marcos row is pure drama. Pals in 2022, foes now, with Sara's impeachment in February 2025 and her mad threat to kill Marcos if she goes. Per the Washington Post on March 11th, Marcos flipping Duterte to the International Criminal Court feels like a power move. How do you read it, revenge or right timing? Drop your take in the comments. I want to know. Sara's on a knife edge. Impeachment's cooking in the Senate, and if she is out, the Duterte dynasty rooted in Davao might topple. Per BBC News on March 11, 2025, she eyed 2028's presidency, but this Hague run could sink or boost her. What do you think? Does this finish her or fuel her? Share your vibe below and hit that share button if you are hooked. Marcos is showing muscle. He went from no international criminal court to take him, a switch some tie to clipping Duterte's wings before May midterms. Per Jazeera on March 11, 2025, it is dicey. Duterte's fans might kick off, but it could lock Marcos in charge. How do you see his play, clever or chancy? Drop your call in the comments and subscribe if you are loving this game. The ripples global. China's eyeing it, warning the International Criminal Court off politics. Per BBC News on March 11, 2025, while the United States and Europe back the court. It might shift Manila's ties and spark trouble if Duterte's lot stirs up. What do you reckon, quiet or chaos coming? Let me know below and like this if you are tense. So, can Duterte wriggle free? The International Criminal Court is firm it has him on murder from Davao to his presidency. Per Reuters on March 11, 2025, Sara and the lawyers need a stunner jurisdiction or his frail health to break him out. What do you think, way out or end of the road? Drop your prediction in the comments. I am all ears. The court's record is patchy. Only 11 convictions since 2002, per Reuters on March 11, 2025, but a big name like Duterte could be a coup if they pin him. He faces life if guilty, though at 79 times short. How do you see this trial, done deal or drag? Share your gut below and hit that like button if you are pondering. Sara's next step counts. She is in The Hague pushing his rights, maybe meeting court brass. Per The Guardian on March 11, 2025, if she flops, the Dutertes fade. If she nails it, it is a comeback. What do you reckon? Does she do it or drop? Drop your take in the comments and share this if you are cheering or jeering. The Philippines is on hold. Midterms loom, families grieve, and Duterte's fate could reshape, just ascending impunity or firing up a backlash. Per Time on March 10, 2025. What is your shout, calm or storm ahead? Let me know below and subscribe for the next turn in this mad ride. Alright, folks, we have ripped through this Philippines saga on Breaking Bulletin. Sara Duterte's Hague dash on March 12, 2025, and her dad Rodrigo's arrest on March 11th nabbed per CNN and Morpit family against justice. From drug war shadows to political knives, it is rocking Manila and beyond. What hit you hardest from this mess? Share your top bit in the comments. I cannot wait to read it. This is why we do Breaking Bulletin, to crack open the bold stuff that shakes us and spark real chat. If you loved this rundown, smash that like button, share it with your mates, and subscribe. We have heaps more on the way. Where do you see this going, Duterte, loose or banged up? Drop your guess below and let us keep the buzz alive. Big props to the Filipinos living this. You are the pulse of this story. Thanks for hanging with me today. Stay sharp, stay loud, and I will see you next time. What else do you want us to dig into on Breaking Bulletin? Tell me in the comments, and let us make this your spot for the tales that matter.